Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your Astroflower reading for the 30th through to the 6th of June. How's your week been? Did you manage to bring in a bit of success with your relationships, of fine-tuning your relationships? This is the message coming in this week for how the universe is trying to influence your karmic path. On your relationship side, the King of Cups, Knight of Cups has come up literally for everybody. This is the karmic path on your relationships, emotional sort of side. The Eight of Cups, which has also been prominent and featuring in a lot of signs as well. Let's just have a look what's going on your financial money side. And this is your karmic path, the card for your karmic path on your financial and money side. Beautiful gifts. You air signs, I tell you what, you've got really rocking and rolling at the moment. So that's your karmic path for your financial side. Let's just have a look what's going on, how the universe is trying to influence your money side of life. That's that card there, which goes on to Petal 4, which is a lovely card, page of Pentacles. If you want to know more about the Astroflower, please go into the description below. There's loads of information you can have there, explaining about the petals and the elements, but there's also links to other videos that explains about the Astroflower. Yeah, we do lots of stuff as well on Instagram, which you might well like to join us on. If you want to be part of the Astroflower family, it's very easy. Just subscribe and click that bell. Let's get straight into your reading. Here it is, the relationship side, your emotional sort of side of life. And this side here is your financial side, business, money, jobs, projects, and etc. And this is like the long term or the karmic path that's running through you, and how you combine it in the combination with the universe or with the world around us in your everyday life. Okay, so yeah, it's a tale of two halves. It's very interesting on this relationship side. Now, you had a bit of victory going on, planning for sort of like the journey and what have you, and it all seemed to be going, you seem to be going very quick or very buzzy between the relationships. If you've been doing that, it seems like this week, let's get the message anyway, what's going in here. So we sort of channel the cards, we channel the position on the Astroflower and allow the cards to clarify the channeling, basically. So I think the Eight of Cups is the more important thing. There's some things that if you want to explore life and experience a good life, and that's in regards to relationships, or it could be as in a couple, family, friends, or community, you've got to walk towards something. You've got to move towards something. But in order to move towards something, it means you're going to move away from something. And it's recognizing that you can't carry everything with you, or else you'll find yourself in a 10 of Wands situation very quickly. But here is a case of where you're walking, she's walking away from one cup and she's walking towards the sun. She's walking to pure happiness. And the universe is trying to encourage this with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a offering of love, but it's offering lots of activities that go along with it. There's a bowl with it. There's also a letter. There's also a picnic. There's a bunch of flowers. There's lots of things with the Knight of Cups. It's really offering emotional exploration within the relationships that are around you. It is a trickle on from last week. There is no doubt about it. Obviously, that's still a theme that's running through you at the moment. But as if it's been explored in last week's reading, which you can find on our channel, and you may want to go and have a look at that. But if you've been really sort of like fine-tuning those sort of relationships, this week here, it seems like it's going to give you a heads up of where you want to go. And as you know where you want to go, that's when the universe can provide you with those sort of beautiful opportunities and gifts. Let's just see how the universe is guiding you on this side, or in the universe. Your guides are trying to influence your karmic path on your relationship side. Just realised I do need to check, make sure it's all working. Sorry, I do apologise. Get back to that. Let's get back to that. Let's connect on that. What's the message? There. There it is there. When we laugh, we feel that crowning glory of our energy. And laughing at oneself can sometimes be the best medicine. And it seems that sort of where your guides are sort of kind of trying to almost encourage you down that path to walk away by sort of saying, "Oh, look how stupid you were." You know, they're not being horrible to you or nasty, but they just seem to be encouraging you to walk on in joyous march as they go forward. Ace of Cups. That's what they're offering you. So basically, she's walking away from that one cup. And the universe is trying to offer you new things. And your guides are trying to encourage you to walk towards that new love, that new cup. And I think that new cup or that new love is love of you. It's not necessarily falling in love with you, but enjoying how you are now. Your ease that you can have with the relationships that are around you. And enjoying that ease, enjoying that feeling of being that at home with your friends, at home with your family, within your couple, within your family. It's just feeling at ease and at home with everything that is around you. So your guides are really trying to encourage you down this line in a very positive way. It's really good, really nice. Let's see how the guides are trying to influence that conversation that is within you. It's a give and take, but sometimes we give more than we receive. And I think this is the case this time round at the moment. If you've been investing or fine-tuning last week, you're going to be receiving more than you give. So it's almost as if like your guides are being this welcoming person that you're having a birthday party, and it's that person who sort of says, "Oh, is that a present for Aquarius? Oh, lovely. I'll put that here with the rest of the presents. Thank you very much." And they're sort of like welcoming him in the opportunities or the beautiful exchange that you can have with relationships that are around you, and that gives you that respite and that possibility for you to, after that fine tuning and that work you seem to be doing, not only in your relationships but also on the work side, but certainly with the relationship side, it's going to give you that breather. So allow your guys to be the bouncers on the door that deals with all the little bits and bobs, so you can then just sit back and enjoy that moment with your family, friends, and just go, ah. And that's what that healing aspect is going to be for you. And it's going to be very on a subconscious level. You're going to really recognize it. You're going to see it within yourself. Sometimes you'll say, "Oh, I better do this. And then you'll kind of go, "Oh, no, I don't. I just need to enjoy this moment. It's cool. It's good. I love seeing my friends enjoy themselves around me whilst being part of it." It's a beautiful experience. And it certainly will help you out on the healing front. And it'll bring you, it'll encourage that faith in the human race, that collective human race, I think. Okay, so let's, and maybe that's what you've been walking away from. You're finally walking away from any disappointments that are way in the past, to something in the future, which is absolutely beautiful. Let's have a look what's happening on the money side of life. Okay, so this is gifts from life, as it were, and it seems like you've done the work. You had the messages come in last week. You had 8 of Wands in this position, and you had the 2 of Pentacles in this position here. This card here was actually the 9 of Cups was actually up where your guides were doing there, and the message seems to have got through to you where you can actually start producing gifts yourself. This is what it seems like here. This card here seems to be the most important one. So the universe here is, okay, so you're generating your wealth or generating your opportunities in your money side of life. But the universe here is sort of saying, don't forget about the longer term plan, the longer goals in life. And that's what the Ace of Pentacles is all about. And I think the universe is right to do that in a way that it will quell your enthusiasm slightly, or just the idea of kind of going, oh, have this. It's all very well giving on that sort of side, as we were talking about on this sort of side. You're going to be more receiving. On the financial and the business side, the universe is sort of saying, don't forget about the longer term plan. Keep some of those cups for you in the long term. I think that's what it's doing. Yeah, it's good to offer it out. Good to offer opportunities to everybody around you if you're in that position to do that. And you can do that within your job. You can do that within your business or your projects. But don't forget you and your longer term plan in it. That's what I think the universe is trying to help you to do there. Let's just see how the guys are trying to influence that karmic path. It definitely comes into you here. It's definitely, it's almost as if like if you're giving out all this stuff with the Nine of Cups, it's almost as if your guys kind of go, they've got to shovel a lot more in. They're working really hard for you, but it's almost as if they've stuck their spade in the ground in order to scoop up the rest and just shoveling it up like that. They seem to be really working hard for you at the moment. Okay, so Judgment, which is sort of an ascension moment within yourself. But this is what I think. This is what they're trying to shovel in. So this is what they're trying to shovel in. They're trying to encourage you to take the next step up, to move up to the next level. And to move up to the next level, you have to keep some of the cups for you. You can't just keep risking all of those cups. You've got to keep some of them for you for that longer term plan. And I think this is where the universe and your guides are really working together here, where your guides are providing a lot of opportunities for you, but they're also sort of providing a lot of opportunities because you need to stock up for yourself. And they're thinking of the long-term plan as well. So if they stop providing for you, it's because you're giving away too much. They can only work so much for you. Don't forget, you're in the driving seat in your car. They're only your guides. They're only here to help you. They can't do everything for you. Only you can do that. So applying yourself in your life will be really important. And that will be in a real ascension moment for you this week. And it'll be based on little things that happen within your life. Coincidences, that is that guide shoveling the stuff towards you. Where something happens and kind of going, oh, I'd like to do this sort of thing, but, I haven't received that letter from the bank yet. And then it turns up to the next day. That's where the sort of guides are sort of like bringing things in and, trying to help you flow the energy through you. Let's see how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you. This is really squared off. I say squared off, but if you're constantly giving out, you may not be able to see the opportunities coming in. And I think your guides might be sometimes sort of kind of saying to you, stop, hang on, have a good look around you. Because you might be missing opportunities. Fortune. Squared off. So this is that ascension moment of moving onto, okay, so if you can understand that you've got to keep some of these cups for you, that's going to change your fortune because it's going to attract more towards you because you've kept some for you. Yes, do give it out. It's important to share. It's the magical ingredient of life, regardless of if you're talking about pleasures or even business. It's important to share. That everyone, is okay to an extent. And this will actually start providing or creating a momentum for you yourself. So, it's that whole sort of thing of realizing, and I think this is where the guides are going to come in and sort of kind of going, Did you see that? You've done this and look at the result that's coming in. They're trying to encourage you to realize that your fortunes are changing, that things are starting to play into your favor. And once you realize that, it's actually easier to allow it to play into your favor. So it's a very nice thing to listen to, guys. They're same sort of thing on this side. They're encouraging you to sort of to move forward and move on, but they're showing to you sort of kind of going, did you see that? How you did that and the results you got from it? That's how they're sort of influencing that conversation with you, so you recognize your the greater future for you. Let's just see how you combine the two sides together. It's the marrying of the both sides. You seem to do this a lot, actually, Aquarius, I think. I think I've told you this in the past. For all your nurturing that you've done in the past sort of week or so, it's certainly the marrying of the two sides which is going to give you the most pleasure, I think. And having both sides in perfect harmony. I think that Judgment card has been influencing you a lot last week, and allowing you to nurture those forward. And I think this could, something like the Two of Cups or something like that. But we got the Seven of Swords. Okay, so it is playing smart. That's what the card sort of says. But in the actual, in old sort of tarot cards, you tend to have a person that's stealing the weapons of the imposing army before the battle. So then basically the battle doesn't happen. So this is basically taking from one side to actually put things into balance. And this could be this side where you're providing a lot for the outside world and you're creating that momentum of those cups that you keep for yourself and allowing the emotional sort of side to provide for you. If you do that, that's really smart way of doing it. So that's a smart way of keeping those cups, and that's where the Seven of Swords comes in. So with you in your everyday life, be aware of that. Be aware of how you're encouraging other people to do really well within your job, within your business, within your projects, but also allowing your relationship side to actually sort of come towards you now and actually feed you with happiness. And that's playing smart, focusing of how you focus on what things are important in your life, and sort of realizing that you're taking from one side to provide for the other. In order to find that harmony. So playing smart and being really on the wire is going to be really good for you this week, within everything that is around you. Okay? Within your everyday life. Let's just see what the energy is as it flows through you, this coming forth. So this is going forward from the week. It's long-term karmic path, as it were. Could be in 2 weeks, could be in 3. You might want to see this on the monthly readings as well that will be coming out next week. Could be the Moon card. It seems very evasive, almost secretive. The message is not totally clear. It's as if there's things that's hidden or translucid or just round the corner. Oh, right. Okay. So it's an eye. So basically, intuition. In the coming future, once you start, it's gonna increase your intuition for the coming future. So it's going to be easy for you to act on things before they actually happen. And this building up through this week and then getting things into real harmony and balance in your life will allow you to see the future a lot clearer. Okay, so it's spherical, sitting in your bubble. Yeah, there you go. Sitting in your bubble, the Seven of Swords is actually based upon Six of Swords, which is the victory card. But then when you get victory, some people like to knock you off your pedestal. And it might be a case of that, of just being aware that jealousy does exist and just don't get triggered by it. So this is what I mean about sort of unseen things. It might be people around you as you get more success. It's just being aware of that and not getting involved in it. That's the best thing. And just sitting within your power and just not paying attention to it, and just evolving your success. Because as you do, you create things for yourself, you will be creating things for everybody around you. And that's the best thing about it. Okay? So Aquarius, there you go. For those of you who are part of the Astroflower family, I thank you for your support on this channel, and this baby channel, as it were, where we're just sort of exploring life. And the Astroflower here is trying to help you get the best out of life. That's what the Astroflower, I created it over the last 30 years of healings that I've been doing with people, over 15,000 people seen. And so I try to create, and I've created a tool that basically helps people to get into tune with their life. And once you're in tune with your life, it's really easy to go forward. It'd be interesting to see how the elements play out for this sort of reading on Cymatic TV, where we channel the energy from the earth, which is also linked in the description below. And we do a lot of stuff on Instagram as well. So there you go, Aquarius. I guess if you want to be part of the Astroflower family, it's just a case of subscribing and clicking that bell. And you are more than welcome. So, in the meantime, Aquarius, don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.